the ultimate, whatever you want. Okay, so Kristin, take it away. Have fun. And if you've got your notepads and pens, and she's talking, I'd be writing down.
Thank you so much, Todd. Really appreciate it. Now, what you got to do, you got to get those buyer-broker agreements. Who's really good? Who's getting at least 60% buyer-broker signed? Raise your hand really high. Okay, maybe 15%, 20% in here. Why? Right? Because you're either afraid of what, I don't know, or it's because you're not showing the value. Isn't your time important to figure out where it is? So yes. So we want to make sure that you're doing that. Know your goals and your why. Everybody needs to know that. You have to do your scripts. Are you guys doing your presentation? If you guys are a team leader, are you practicing your scripts? Are your ISAs practicing scripts? Are you guys doing all that every single day? Every day. Because that's where the conversions happen. Okay? If you're a team leader, are you lead generating? Now, as a team leader, and of course, the agents, everybody needs your vision, your planning, your process control, your measurement. Do you have goals for yourself every month of what you want to do to get better? Get better in time management? Get better at conversions? You as a team leader should be planning, and your team should be giving you their goals every month of what they want to work on. Maybe one, maybe two. Everybody should have a goal every single month of what you want to do. And if you are not great at time management or the firm, then that should be a goal, because that's your life that you're taking back. I can today work from anywhere in the world and nobody would know. I can take months off, besides obviously coaching, but I can, and having weekly calls with my team, okay, and the leadership of my team. But there's nobody who's controlling my schedule today, because I have perfected this. Okay, it has taken a lot to have my life, but when I was working in the restaurant business at 80 hours plus a week, I said, when I got into real estate, and trust me, it ran me for years, but I said, I'm not going to live my life where the real estate is going to run my life. Some of my best agents do run their lives and have a great life, love real estate, but actually it's not running them 24/7, and you've got to do that too. So you got to make sure that you're finding those motivated people, figuring out. I like to use a board, A, B, and C buyers. These are my A, these are my B, these are my C. I'm going to touch base, and I'm going to be showing my A buyers, for example, every couple days. Always setting 2 appointments. So when we go to the buyer consultation, for example, when we're doing the buyer consultation, putting 2 appointments before we leave that day of when I'm going to show them properties. So if I got it signed, got my buyer agreement signed, and we do 4%. Okay, that's what we do, 4%. And once I do that, once we do the buyer agreement signed, then what we do is set up right then and there and ask them. Remember, you got to dig deep on the questions. When are you able to see properties? Tomorrow, because I say, what are your best days? And you say, Bertrand, to me, today's Friday. Saturdays between 11 and 2, and Mondays between 1 and 4. And I say, perfect. So I am going to, from everything we're doing today, I am going to pick some properties for you. And I will meet you at 11 o'clock, and I'll show you where we're going to meet. Tomorrow. Do you think that they ever look at the properties? No, because they trust me. They trust me to pick the properties to show them. Do you think they feel like they're missing out? They don't. What kind of time is that? Because now I'm in control, but I'm asking so many questions and digging deep that I'm picking the properties for them. Are they gonna go online and they may pick a property here and there and they send it to me on Zillow, and through the process, I've already told them that these aren't current, up to date, they're probably under contract, but they can, they can do whatever they want. But here are the properties that we have available for you. They love it. They love it. You need to control, because guess what? During the presentation, I've also shown them some properties. If it's on Zoom or whatever, so they trust, I've gained that trust, but I've gained my time. I'm in control of my own time. So the second one is, okay, Monday, so I'm gonna have it tomorrow. Now, Monday, I say, if we don't find your perfect home tomorrow, we'll go Monday at 5 o'clock. But I think that we'll probably find your perfect home tomorrow. What? Yeah. Okay? That's how you're taking your control. You're seeing who's motivated. Oh, no, are you ready to buy if I find you that perfect home tomorrow? Right? Are you? The ones that are motivated, they're ready to buy. If you find me that perfect home tomorrow, I'm absolutely ready to buy. So take control of your life, take control of your time, make sure that you're figuring out who it is. And the more knowledge and the more confident you are, and I don't mean cocky confident, I just mean confident, people appreciate it and they can tell. They really can. And if they see that you actually care about them, your agents care about them, they will follow the lead, guys. If they don't like it, like if I see a high C or a high S personality and they might get a little bit, I'm reading personalities and I'm reading body language, I'm loosening up a little bit, right? Because if I go in and to a listing appointment and it's a CS personality, even though I have a ton of C, a lot of C, even though I'm a high D, I have a high C too. What tends to happen is they might get a little bit, I read it. So I am softer, you know what I mean? But a lot of them, the high D, the high I, they want, what are they concerned about? The high D is concerned about being taken advantage of, and they're concerned about you wasting their time. Those are the two things that high D. So if you take control of that, you can get them under contract like that if you know what you're doing with them. But you have to be in control of your time to figure out who is motivated, who is not, making sure you're asking enough questions up front, start your day off, make sure you're following up. So my A buyers, which is ready, willing, and able to buy right now, able to close. B buyers, okay, is less than 6 months. C is an issue with their credit or something else, or further than 6 months. Okay, we're asking, if they're further than 6 months, guys, we're not making appointments with anybody that doesn't say yes to making a move in the next 3 to 6 months. Right? So if you don't have enough appointments and you're just booking it with everybody, you aren't following the chiropractor system. But also, if they're saying yes to making a move in the next 3 to 6 months, you're going for the appointment, right? But if you're not getting enough people that are saying yes to moving in the next 3 to 6 months, where's the issue? Your source, probably. Your source of leads, or maybe they're old, or whatever the situation is. You got to figure that out by tracking. But all of this is saving your time. So you got to make sure that you have an overflow of business and team and OSAs, that you are literally following what your team leader is telling you to do, because they're very good at it, and figuring it out. Because if you have somebody and you're having to write 5 contracts in this market today, which everybody has pretty much, to get one accepted, but Mark can write 2 contracts to get one accepted, I'm figuring out what Mark is doing. Craig has taught us to figure out your best people and to mirror them, right? To figure out who the best, your best leadership, your best everything, and your best agents, your best ISA. Figure out exactly what they're doing, and you guys share with each other, because everybody is good at different things, but it's all about managing whatever you're doing. So make sure you're planning on ahead, you're prioritizing tasks, you take the time to do, the quality job, make sure, if you guys aren't getting plenty of rest and breaks and things like that, which I find sometimes, but I find more so, people are exhausted and they're not closing nearly as many deals as they could be because they're letting people run them. Can you guys relate to that? Are you guys letting people run you around? And it's exhausting. So you got to take that back. Evaluate. How are you spending your day? Evaluate it. Give yourself a score. You know, and how are you going to score yourself? Was I in charge of my day? You know, how much did I not read? Did I only check my emails twice? Okay, did I only check my voice messages twice? Now, do you think you need to jump for every single person? No, I'm letting them know. I will get back to you within the same day, usually within the same 4 hours, you know, within a couple hours, in a few hours, actually, because I'm out with somebody else or on an appointment or I'm trying to sell your home. You know, I'm working on selling your home. So it's letting the clients or potential clients or people know what you're going to do. So they aren't expecting you like that, okay? If somebody texts me, I'll text them right back, hey, I'm with a client or whatever, I'll get back to you when I'm done. That's all they want. Like a high D, we just want somebody to just say, hey, this is what's up, and then we're fine, you know? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm with my kids, I'm at the park, I'll get back to you tonight by 7, then they get back to me by 9, okay? I'm serious, this happens a lot. So you guys just gotta be careful with that. So make sure that you have a routine, a plan, and you execute. Have a system. Make sure that you have, has everybody in here done the 1-hour business, 40-hour business plan? For 2022, has everybody done it? Raise your hand if you've done it. So in our brokerage, we have a mastermind, so my team leaders and I are going to be spending several hours on it in a couple weeks, and then my coaching members and I are going to be a week, or next Wednesday, going to be spending on it. You guys need to be planning today for next year, because what you're doing today is going to affect, how many days did I tell you on average we close a home? A buyer. 120, so that's 4 months. So what I'm doing today wins my closings. So if you guys don't even have a plan and you got to figure out how many days it takes you on average, now of course we close some guys in 30 days and some we close in 6 months, right? But our average. So now what are you doing? You're going to wonder what's happening in February and March of next year. So you got to be planning now, right? We're already in November. Like I start to plan in October for all of my businesses. October is when I plan for every business.